Yo, bro, you gotta play some Diablo 4, man. I'm just, mwah, mwah. It really is so good. Like, honestly, the people are whining about the loot stuff and the grinding and all that. Just, bro, it's not even that bad. Like, skins aren't that much. A portal color is only $30. It ain't that much, bro. Like, just play the new Diablo. Oh, hey, man, what are you? Uh, okay. Just go. Just go. Ignore everything that man just said. I'm tired of this fucking shit. Guys, I love Path of Exile 2. It's honestly so relieving to have a Diablo-like RPG that scratches that sweet loot drop that we all crave. With Borderlands kind of fucking up here lately, and Diablo 4 being
Coming to bed, honey? Yes, dear.
I thought it was time to play this game. This is going to be a bit of a first impressions / review type video, because the game is in early access, it's not quite done, but I really want to talk about it because it's all I can play now. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Sorry, I forgot to put this in here, but if you're even remotely interested in seeing me stream, I do have links down below. I stream all the time. I stream more than anything else, really. I need to make more YouTube content. But I stream on Twitch all the time, and we play this a lot, I feel like. So yeah, enjoy the video. This game is the absolute shit. I have never really played ARPGs very much. I only, at this point in my life before this, I'd only played Diablo 3, which some people hate. I think it's okay. Diablo 4, which is... But this is it, okay? This is what you want. I am telling you. If you are sleeping on this game at all, just because it's early access and stuff like that, I am telling you... When you first start a character, what you do is there are league mechanics, and there's a standard league, and there is a normal league that you do. That is a seasonal thing. Now, standard is essentially when you just play the game as it is without the, like, seasonal content, that's the best way to describe it, put into the game. If you want to just create your character and just play and play for... You know, as long as you need to. Nothing will happen to your character. Everything will be fine. There's also hardcore, which you can do, which is insanity. I don't know why you'd do it. Basically means when you die, your character is deleted and you're gone forever. Fuck that. Anyway, so in this case, we're going to do Rise of the Abyssal, which is the current league mechanic. I'll show you guys a bit of what that means later. So in this particular case for us, we are going to pick Mercenary, because that's my favorite. But... whoever you don't choose is hung. Watch. Ain't that something? Another cool part about this game is the movement. It feels like an actual innovation in the genre. In this particular case, you can move with mouse like you do other ARPGs of its genre, or you can do WASD, which the game is designed around as well. So in this case, it creates a lot more dynamic movement and combat, because you can go like this, and you don't have to like walk here and then aim here, or walk here and then aim here, or anything like that. If you guys play this, I strongly recommend you do WASD. You get your item. This is, like I said, this is very Diablo-like. If you have played Diablo, you are at home here. I promise you are. And these devs love Diablo. If you have not played Diablo 2, this is very much inspired by it. You can just tell. They also added running as well, so you don't have to walk through every map very slowly. And when you first get a skill gem, gems are how the world goes around in this game, okay? You can take your skill gem that you acquire, which in this particular case is frag rounds. I turned this build into a shotgun build. Put it here. Take your equip. Put it right here. Or whatever slot you wish to put it in. The game can acts like it's harder than it is. When you get to the encampment, you have this monster you gotta fight. First, technically, your first boss, but... So when you get to the skill tree, which can be overwhelming, okay? Before you freak out, just know that this isn't as bad as it's gonna look. Looks a lot worse than it is. Okay, so when you get to your skill tree, keep in mind that each class starts in a different place. So it's actually not as big as it looks. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, so each one starts in a different place. So really it's like 6 huge skill trees in one big skill tree. It's not as bad as it looks. So you just start simple. Put your first point in, right? And you have all of these here that apply mostly to the mercenary. But you can actually branch out and change what your skills do, as well as... or not change what your skills do. You can change like your skill points and mix and match with different things. I'll show you my endgame build here in just a moment. So in regards to this game here, the story is that the Count of Ogham, the Count of this particular region of the world, has meddled with affairs he doesn't understand and has tried to steal the seed of corruption from the Ancient One who lives here, who was set with guarding it. And the problem with the seed of corruption is it creates disease and famine and madness wherever it goes, right? And it alters the land around it, makes these little tentacle things, does all this just horrifying stuff. And so you're tasked with stopping it, which will take you all around the world, essentially. And there are currently 4 acts of the campaign. They're long enough that, honestly, it's decent enough content. If you want to just beat the game itself and then call it quits, you can. It doesn't feel unsatisfying if you do that. But I highly recommend you play the end game, which we'll get to in a bit. Normally when you get back from a mission and portal back to home, what you want to do is you want to break down gear that you don't want, and you want to potentially buy gear that you do. So in this particular case, we're going to break down a hermit guard because I'm not playing as a monk or anything of the sort, so I don't need it. And what it'll give you is shards of transmutation that you can use to upgrade things. Now, I've already bought stash tabs for this game, so your inventory isn't going to look like this, but I highly recommend you at least buy a currency tab. It'll save you a lot of time. In this particular case, what you're going to do is you're just going to throw it in there. And there are all these different orbs that do different things, which I will show you in a minute. And I didn't say it outright in the video, but when it comes to skill gems, what you want to do whenever you actually have an ability to use is you click on it, you go through and select the skill that you want. Now, in this particular case, I chose frag grenades because they're very useful for my build. But you can also mix and match these. That's part of why this game is so good, is you can mix and match different skills with different classes and stuff. It's very, very neat. And another cool thing that you'll find in this game that's absolutely worth your time, that you'll see a lot, and the best part of this game, is the bosses. You will find shit like this all the time. And the bosses are all very cool. The act bosses in particular are a real highlight here. Let's see if I can do it. Did it? And they'll always drop loot like this. That loot drop grind that you are always craving in these kinds of games. Just it's always here. We'll show you. So this is normally what you do during a actual run where you're doing things. You will go in, kill the boss, do whatever you have to do in the mission, and you'll left click to portal out. And the first thing you do is identify all your stuff, but we don't have the hooded man here yet, so we're actually not going to do it in the same way. We use these scrolls of wisdom instead. But since I don't really want any of these things, we're just going to get rid of them. But normally what you'd do, you'd right click on this and identify it. So, this has good stats, things that you would use if you're a warrior, but I am not. So, what we're instead going to do is go to the character that disenchants things, disenchant this stuff, and get rid of it so that we have our shards that we need to get the orbs we want. Go to your stash, put them in, and you're done. The game makes it seem more complicated than it is at times in regards to some things, and it's not really that complicated. In regards more to the skill tree, what it has you do, there are obviously a lot of passives here. Not all of these are necessarily for you if you don't want them to be. But what's interesting is there are these attribute nodes, which can be used basically to buff your build into whatever you would like it to be. You click on it, and you get to pick whichever one you want. If you want to alt and take a look at what each one does, it'll tell you. So for me, for example, since I'm a mercenary, I main strength with some dexterity, and I don't really need intelligence very much. So for me, I would just put strength. Apply point. And you can also change these later as well. There is a respec. Just when it comes to builds, I would personally try to use a build guide a little bit just to get yourself started, because the game can be complicated in the skill tree if you not really know what you're doing. But it's not as bad as it seems. We are going to skip now to the end game because I want you to see what my character gets like eventually. So when you get to end game, you have what's called mapping. You use this little map device here. Your hideout will look different than mine, but you use this map device here, and it lets you pick these little maps here that have different endgame mechanics in them. This right here is called Breach. This right here is called Tribute, I think. One of these is Tribute. Overrun by the Abyssal, yeah. One of these is Tribute. And each of these has a different endgame mechanic that you can participate in that will give you ways to progress your character beyond what they were going to be. So for me, let's see, do I have a waystone? No, I don't. I will grab one. You'll have waystones like this that you can use to edit things in your maps, make them better. Harder, I should say. This will work. But what it also does is it increases your waystone drop chance and rarity of items that you drop. So the benefit to doing this is the things are harder, but you get more out of them. So in this particular case, let's put this here. On top of that, you could also use what are called tablets right here as well. And when you put a tablet in, what it does is it adds things to your maps. So basically, you can customize your endgame experience however you like, really. If you want to like just do breaches, you can use breach tablets. That'll create breaches in each of your things. Now I'll show you what a breach is here in a second. But what I'm getting at is that in the end game, you can customize how your end game even goes if you want to. If you want it to be easier, use lower tier waystones. You don't have to use big ones if you don't want to. It's a customizable thing. The level of choice and customization in this game is truly insane. Now my build is a grenadier thing that mainly focuses on fire damage. So normally my skill does this. So as you can see, the mercenary does a lot of damage, or my mercenary does a lot of damage, because I've refined this build quite a bit. These maps do get intense. So this is a breach right here. It's one of the end game mechanics here. And what you do is you walk in, and as soon as you do, you have to run around and find these clasped hands that give you breach splinters that you can use to get to Zesh, the big boss of Breach. And these are tough. Oop, almost died there. Damn it! I died. Happens. Only got one breach splinter for that one, but that's okay. And you pick up all the ridiculous amounts of loot. Loot is always exciting, too. You never really... Even... I'll show you in a minute, but even white items that you would think would be garbage, you can actually make them really good. And I'll show you kind of how. And each map is going to come with a boss. So, it's usually a boss from the campaign, but sometimes it's not. In this particular case, this is a boss from Act 2 that you'll be fighting. They always have unique mechanics like that. Oh crap, crap. Kill. Like I said, my build is pretty good. So yeah, as soon as you beat the boss... Oh shit, I got a legendary drop too, okay. Grab your stuff. Waystones. Silk robe. I can drop something, I don't need some of this stuff. In regards to crafting, you would think like, oh, a little magic item, it's not really that great. You can make it great though. That's important. You put it here. This is just my currency tab. You can just do this with any gems. And you see here these items. Orb of Transmutation is used to make a normal item into a magic with one modifier. Meaning if it's a white item, you can use this on it and it'll make it better. An augmentation item takes a magic item and makes it into... excuse me, it adds a modifier to it. In this particular case, we already have 2 modifiers, so we can't do that. But right here, a Regal, which you'll get a lot of these, you can upgrade a magic item to a rare item, adding a modifier. So we're gonna do that and see and do little rolls, see what we get. Okay, that's actually pretty good too. It gave 17% increased attack speed, meaning this is gonna shoot faster than the other one that I currently have. So essentially, every item that you get can be useful, can be really useful. And you don't necessarily want to throw everything out. If you really like how a particular crossbow works, or a sword, or axe, whatever you like, you might be able to roll it into something really good. So, let me... Speaking of that, let's talk about builds. So in regards to builds in this game, you can create insane amounts of builds. The amount of customization options in this is crazy. So what happens is, I showed you this a little bit earlier, but I'll show you again just to get more in depth. When you get an uncut skill gem while just kind of playing the game, they'll drop some. You right click on it and it opens up. Game's in early access, so some of these aren't quite here yet, but opens up an insane amount of skills. So let's assume we're doing crossbow. There are a lot of options here. Since this is a level 15 one, I can essentially get any skill I want, but normally you'd be restricted to the first bit here. Move that over there so you can see. You have a explosive grenade, which is what I usually use. You got flash grenades, which can blind enemies and cause stun. You got incendiary shots, high velocity rounds. Each of these do different things, and they have little bits right here at the top that show ammunition, projectile, physical, duration, payoff. That is how you can tell what passive points are going to affect it, right? And the best part is when you use a skill gem on this, it upgrades it to whatever level the skill gem is. So there's no harm in trying something new. You're not going to be wasting anything or trying something way too late. But it also just upgrades the skill gems that you have. So if you don't necessarily want a new one, but you're like, well, I want to upgrade my current one. Right now I have rapid shot, only level 14. I can upgrade it. And you're done. It just goes in your inventory and puts it up. It's not bad. They explain just about everything pretty well. And you have many options. Support gems are a little bit different, but they change how your build works. So what they do is they change how everything in your build, in regards to your skills, performs. You also have things that outwardly change your build to a crazy degree, right? Like explosive grenade. Right now, I have my build set up where I shoot 5 with 1 shot. Give it a second. Yep. They blow up. And then, but that is because of my skill gems, which change what these things do. If I took one of these off, that gives me 2 more projectiles. Watch. It's only 3. You can make your skills change to whatever you would like them to be for the most part. Within reason, if you think a skill gem would work, try it. It will work, probably. Cluster grenade, same deal. Even some of these are crazy. Like, grenades have a 50% chance to activate a second time. That's insanity. There's gas grenades, things like that. I'm just showing you the mercenary because that's my main build, but there are many other classes. My friend Kyber, friend of the channel, he works on a monk. He's a wind monk. He's the avatar. And his build is very cool to look at. Okay, one more thing I also forgot to mention that I wanted to put in here, just post-edit here, is that this game is not pay to win in any way. There is nothing you can pay for that gives you an advantage in the actual game. And that's something I really want to stress. There's no loot boxes, there's none of that mobile game bullshit, okay? The only microtransactions you have in this game are cosmetic, and a lot of them are very cool. I'm wearing them right now. This is my suit that I wear. But right here, if you want to see what the monetization actually is, because I'm a big advocator for like pro-consumer policies, microtransaction shop right here. It's weird that they call it that, but that's what it is. When you click on it, every single thing in here is cosmetic only and stash tabs. Right? So if you look at specials, some of these are a little overpriced. I will agree with that, but they are cosmetic only forever. And so that is something I can get behind. Yeah, there's extra hideouts and stuff like that. You can buy like pets that'll roam around with you, stuff like that. Stash tabs for your stuff. Like here real quick. These right here that I was showing you throughout the video. Currency tab, a gem tab, essence tab. You get enough currency for most of these just by buying the early access to this game. So like you don't really need to spend any money in this game. If you don't have the money for something, I do recommend you get a currency tab. That is worth getting. It will save you a lot of time. But no, as far as microtransactions go, it's basically just skins, mostly. Oh, this one's new. I haven't seen this yet. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, this is the one I bought. Hallowed Keeper. You get a couple skins here. It's basically just skins and like back attachments, stuff like that. And they don't pull any other bullshit either. When you actually want to buy these things, it is crystal clear how much they cost. And they don't pull any bullshit either. Like 200 points, $20. 100 points, $10. 50 points, $5. It's none of that bullshit where it's like, oh, you get 875 coins in, you know, Diablo or whatever if you pay $5, but you could pay $10 to get 780 coins, so that you like just barely don't have enough of what you need. None of that shit is in this game, and I could not be happier. None of that shit is here. 240. Okay, how much is that? Yeah, see, $25. That's it, and that is a bit much. But this is also going to be a free-to-play game, and it gives you a lot of value. So I have no issue with cosmetic microtransactions. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that in here. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say, really, in regards to this game. At least without going on and on for hours about how much I love it. Here recently, I've had a bit of an awakening. I've never really tried these games before, except for, like I said, Diablo 3 and 4. But if honestly, I've gotten to the point where the hyperfixation has been activated, and now I can't stop playing them. So on my list to play, if I were to start reviewing these, maybe I'll see, is Grim Dawn, Last Epoch, and No Rest for the Wicked is coming here soon as well. But we will see. I'm going to do this a little bit at a time because I don't want to make promises I can't necessarily keep. But I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you later, Exile. Have fun.